Here we are at Kingman Wash Road again in Arizona, just over the Nevada-Arizona border from Hoover Dam, and you can see some of the electrical poles where Hoover Dam is. And here's Highway 93 heading down into Arizona. And we are on Kingman Wash Road. Second experience of Kingman Wash Road. Last week we just made a trip up Kingman Wash Road. I think it's about 5 or 6 miles to the Temple Bar Marina area of Lake Mead. And then we went up the North Mine Road and down the South Mine Access Road to make a big triangle. We didn't get to the mine. We were very close to the mine. Didn't realize how close. Anyway, at the end of Kingman Wash Road, where we hit, just before we hit the Temple Bar Marina, there is there's a mountain we're going to climb. It's called Fortification Hill. And we take a right on Fortification Hill Access Road and go about 2 miles. I understand that it's deep gravelly. I'll probably have to walk the mountain bike up that road. And then we hit the access trail for Fortification Hill. Take that around the right side of Fortification Hill and up a ridge, and then up to the top of Fortification Hill. And I understand it is an incredible view of Lake Mead from the summit of Fortification Hill. So anyway, that's where we intend to go. We'll see what actually happens. It looks like the view today may not be the very best. There's a lot of clouds. It's supposed to be mostly sunny, so let's hope the mostly sunny part comes true. And when we hit the top of Fortification Hill, if we hit the top of Fortification Hill, we have a tremendous sunny view of Lake Mead. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is a good vantage point to see where we are and where we're headed. We are just past the intersection of North Mine Access Road. There's North Mine Access Road up ahead. We're still on Kingman Wash Access Road, and there you can see Kingman Wash Access Road below us. If you look carefully, you can see the tip of Lake Mead, the Temple Bar area. And that's where the Temple Bar Marina is, down in Lake Mead. And you can also see Fortification Hill. And what we're going to do to get to the top of that hill, we go around the right end of Fortification Hill and up a ridge, and you can see, I believe that's the ridge, the far ridge there. We'll go up that ridge, then we'll find a way up over that head wall. So that's going to be interesting. It's just on the other side of Fortification Hill. You can't see it from here. Fortification Hill Road begins down pretty close to the Temple Bar area of Lake Mead down there. We'll take a right. There is a restroom down there. There's only one, so it's a great landmark. and you take a right at the restroom. And behind that restroom, there is an obscure unmarked road, which is Fortification Hill Access Road. And that takes you along what they call the paint pots. You can see the paint pots. It's the colored hills there. Likely they are ancient frozen sand dunes from the Jurassic era. And that road will take us to a trailhead at the right end of Fortification Hill, and then on up around the back side of the right end of Fortification Hill. So then, just to get a 360 degree of where we are, there is Kingman Wash Access Road winding up to, it's North Mine Access Road, winding up this ridge. And the feature that you see, that pointy peak there, I believe is Mount Wilson. We'll hit that at some point. And there you have the rest of the 360 degree view, and you can see Kingman Wash Access Road, which we just took, winding around through the canyon. And that's pretty much it for here. You're looking back across Highway 93 right now, and then making the full circle. Here's Kingman Wash Access Road, and the tip of Lake Mead, the Temple Bar area. So now we've got the lay of the land. Let's see if we can find that Fortification Hill Access Road by the restroom. I'll show you in the video when I find it, and then head around to the Fortification Hill trailhead at the right tip of Fortification Hill. Okay, here we go. Okay, I was wrong about the distance. It's just past the 3-mile point on the Kingman Wash Access Road where you find this restroom here. And behind the restroom is the Fortification Hill Access Road. You can see a little cairn here. That's the closest thing we have to a identification point. And you can see how well marked. Look at all the signs letting you know that you take a right here for Fortification Hill Access Road. Then Kingman Wash Access Road down to around the corner to Temple Bar Marina. But we're going to take Fortification Hill Access Road here and wind around up the canyon to the right side of Fortification Hill, and we're going to go around the back and find a way up that huge head wall there. There's a little more of an opening on the back side. And here's Fortification Hill. So just a quick 3-mile ride here. Most of it's downhill, but of course we'll have uphill on the way back. And then over to Fortification Hill Access Road. And then just 360 degree view here. Here's another road. I hope that's not Fortification Hill Access Road. Now we got to figure out which one is the road we want. We'll figure it out. And then you can see up Kingman Wash Access Road here. And then here's this great feature marking the spot. And the cairn may or may not be there. Probably won't be there when you're here next. But you know to turn at the restroom. And it's one of these two roads. This road or this road. And so we're going to, hopefully they both join and there will be no question. Okay, here we go. Up Fortification Hill Access Road. Okay, I was wrong. It's in front of the restroom and to the right. There's nothing behind the restroom. And here you're seeing helicopter tours of Grand Canyon. Okay. I mean, Lake Mead area. Yeah, and probably heading out to Grand Canyon too. Okay, so here we're going to head up this road here and let's see what happens in front of the restroom and to the right. Well, here, an eighth of a mile up the road, this road that was unmarked, they decided to put a sign that says, oh, by the way, you're on Fortification Hill Road now. So at least it reassures me that I'm on the right road, but it would have been nice to have the sign at the bottom where the intersection was. Anyway, so we're heading up. The gravel is fairly deep in a lot of places. And so for the Silver Bullet mountain bike here, it's easier to run/walk up this hill and I make better time. Okay, so anyway, I understand it's a couple miles. And as we look into the distance, see that pointy peak right in the center there? That I believe is Mount Wilson. We'll use it as a point of reference. And then circling around here, you can see Fortification Hill. And then we look straight down this Fortification Hill Access Road. And you're looking at, right down into the Temple Bar Marina area. You can't see Lake Mead. It's around that mountain feature there. But anyway, it's there. Take my word for it. And here's the rest of the 360-degree view. See where we are. So heading up the now marked Fortification Hill Road. Here we go. We're stopping at this spot just to take some shots here. And the reason that I stopped here for a moment is, and there's the Silver Bullet, is that you can see Lake Mead from this point. So you're looking straight down the Fortification Hill Access Road to Lake Mead. And that's the Temple Bar area of Lake Mead. And this rock formation here was the marker that we found at the entrance of Fortification Hill Access Road. So, quick 360-degree view. You can see we're in a wash here. For the walls to be as high as those walls were, a flash flood could be really dramatic in this area. And then we're looking toward Fortification Hill, and you can see a little bit of Fortification Hill there. We'll get a better view as we round the corner up ahead. And then continuing around, pretty barren Mojave Desert area, but very beautiful. And there's Temple Bar area of Lake Mead again. Okay, let's continue on up Fortification Hill Access Road. And let's find that trailhead. More of Lake Mead coming into view as we rise up Fortification Hill Road. There you can see down below us, Lake Mead. And then looking around, Fortification Hill coming into better view. And continuing on up Fortification Hill Road. One last look at Lake Mead emerging larger before we go around a bend. And we won't see Lake Mead again until we get to the summit of Fortification Hill up here. And here's Fortification Hill Road continuing on up. And just a little note here. If you look in the far background behind Lake Mead, you see some very dim mountains up high. And that's Mummy Mountain up there in the Mount Charleston Wilderness. So just to give you a little perspective, you can see Lake Mead and Mummy Mountain at the same time. Doesn't happen all the time. Right down this canyon. Okay, let's continue on up Fortification Hill Road. Okay, hunting area sign. No target shooting. Notice the sign has been used as a target. Okay. What a sense of humor. Here's the sign on the other side. You can see it even more clearly, or it is just riddled with holes. Anyway, hunting area on Fortification Hill Road. No target shooting. Okay, let's continue on up the road. Okay, we have ascended quite a bit, and you can see Lake Mead opening up beneath us here, and you look closely. There's the Mount Charleston Wilderness, and there's Griffith Peak on the right. You know, very faint, but you see Griffith Peak on the right, then Charleston Peak, Mummy Mountain. You can even see Fletcher Peak if you know where all those landmarks are. And then down this way, Frenchman Mountain. And over this way, there's Gas Peak. You can see the peak. I can't see it from my view because there's too much glare on the phone screen, but hopefully in the video you'll be able to see it more clearly. And then the sheep ranges to the right of Gas Peak. And we're looking down Fortification Hill Road. Do a quick 360. Straight down to the Temple Bar area of Lake Mead. And the mountains I pointed out just a moment ago. Then here's Fortification Hill. This is our destination. And we're continuing on up Fortification Hill Road. Here's the Silver Bullet. Pushing it up this deep gravel, good steady incline, and probably be able to ride it down. So be a little faster on the way down. Okay, onward. Okay, I'm going to bet this is the Fortification Hill trailhead. And that was quite a trudge up this deep, gravelly surface of Fortification Hill Road, and definitely there was nothing but uphill, steady, pretty steep uphill all the way. So it'll be a nice ride back. And we still have helicopters doing their Lake Mead Grand Canyon tours. And I imagine we'll have those all day. Maybe we'll catch some from the top of Fortification Hill. And so Fortification Hill Road continues past this trailhead for a bit. But this is the trailhead. If it's not, we'll find out really quick. And then you can see on the hills up ahead, there is a kind of trail that winds around up these hills. And I believe what's going to happen is it's going to head up to, looks like there's an access point up in this area. Little weakness in the mountain head wall. So we'll see. It's somewhere up there. So there will be a little bit of climbing in order to get to the summit of Fortification Hill, but here we go. This is our first hybrid adventure. Half mountain bike and half hiking, trail running. So here we go up Fortification Hill Trail. And there's a ridge route and a wash route. Guess which one I took? I always take the high route whenever I have a choice. There's Fortification Hill. And I'm not sure where the exact point of ascent over that head wall is. I'm thinking now that it might be, you see this ridge up here, and I think you get to the head wall and then you circle around the back side of that ridge, and then there's an opening. So we'll try that, see how it works. And then looking around, of course, Fortification Hill, the south end, and then yeah, definitely rising up. Let's take a look down at the trailhead. Boy, just a few minutes and we have ascended pretty rapidly from Fortification Hill Access Road. So you can see the rugged desert mountainous area around here. And let's continue on up this ridge, see where we end up. Here's a good look at the trail heading up this ridge. Of course, there's a little up and down. I can run the downs and kind of jog up the inclines. So I'm glad I took the ridge. The wash route is down there. You can't see anything from the wash route, but up here on the ridge route, this is why I take the ridge, is that you can see out just the tip of the Mount Charleston Wilderness, and you're looking straight into the Rainbow Mountains and Red Rock Park in the distance. And then down toward the I-15 corridor toward Los Angeles, and you can see just the tip. I believe that the sun the solar energy area. The solar farm is down that way. And then circling around. This is unfamiliar territory for me, but as we look around, I believe that we're looking up at Mount Wilson over here. Could be wrong, but it sure looks like it. And here we are circling around. And then once again, the trail up to the summit of Fortification Hill. So here we go up the ridge trail. Okay, yeah, if you took the wash route, you had to ascend the ridge, and this is the spot where you'd ascend to the ridge. So now it's confirmed. Yeah, there were a few hills up and down, but not really bad. So I really recommend the ridge, and you got a much better view looking all around. So yeah, my choice is take the ridge route on, you know, the right fork from the trailhead, and you'll end up on this ridge. The ground is a lot more firm, so that's a plus for this ridge route, even though there's some up and down. I have a feeling down in the wash you're walking through lots of gravel and slogging along. So yeah, I like the ridge route. Anyway, here we go, onward and upward. And there's Fortification Hill, and you can see where the ridge trail is going to meet Fortification Hill, and then we've got to find where does it ascend through that head wall. So that'll be a interesting discovery. Here we go. Okay, continuing on up this ridge trail, and I'm almost at the head wall up here. Only been a half hour so from the trailhead, so but it did take me about 2.5 hours to get to the trailhead. Anyway, this is feeling like Turtlehead Peak so far. Not a lot more challenging. I understand that there's going to be a little challenging spot. I'm wondering if it's right up there. Anyway, that looks like a likely spot to climb, to ascend over this head wall. Here's a 360-degree view. You can see, wow, we have ascended very rapidly, but as I said, it's only less than a half hour, and it was pretty much a walk, pretty steep. You can see down the trail just along the top of this ridge down into the wash down there where I have parked the Silver Bullet. Hopefully it'll be there when I get back. And then we look over here, and there's a shot. I believe that's Mount Wilson. And then continuing the 360. There's not many landmarks that I can recognize up in this area, but as you can see, we're on a ridge heading up to the summit of Fortification Hill, and on either side of us there are lowland washes, and that's about all I can say at this point. I'm sure they all have names, and were I to be a little more familiar, which I will be at some point, I'd be able to name all these washes. So there you have it. Let's continue on up. And let's see where this actually ascends up Fortification Hill. And I'm guessing right at that spot. You can see a kind of an opening there. I don't know many other places where there would be a likely ascent. So let's continue on. We're gonna discover. By the way, I guess these boulders are a landmark. Who knows how they got up here, right on this ridge. They must have come down from the head wall up there and just come to a rest right in this spot. What are the chances? Anyway, I believe that this is another ascent from the wash up to this area. Not sure, but okay, here we are, and let's continue on up. Another helicopter. A lot of tours of Lake Mead in the Grand Canyon. They're pretty steady all through the day. And here's looking down where we came from. There are those crazy rocks, boulders. Took about 45 minutes to get to this spot. And you can see down the length of the trail on the ridge that we ascended. All the way down to the wash. The connection with the Fortification Hill Road, right down in this area. There you go. There's some cars parked. And a shot of Mount Wilson, the only other landmark I recognize at this point. So there you have it. And we've got a few hikers heading up the trail below. There they are. Wow, you ascend very rapidly. Nice firm ground though, which makes it pretty fast, even though it's a steep ascent. Okay, let's see where this is going to send me over the top. And I believe it might be right up in this area. We will find out. Here we go. Skirting the head wall here, looking for where we're going to have a brief class 2 to 3 climb. We know it's not up here, but it's more up ahead here. And it looks like we've reached the end of the line for this trail. So it's got to be just ascending over these boulders here and then on up around to the summit. So let's go ahead and do it. It was pretty tame. The ridge route that I take up the left side of the Turtlehead Peak Canyon up to the saddle has some more challenging class 3 climbs. So not too bad. Of course, there's no good place to stand right here. But you can see we're going to now circle around and then ascend to the summit. So here we go. Easy walk along the edge of the cliff here. Actually no exposure to speak of unless you are inebriated. And now a victory walk up to the summit of Fortification Hill. Excited to get there. I hear the view is just incredible. Here we go. Okay, got to get the shot of summiting the top. Here's the path that I took to get here, and it's very, as you can see, nothing to it after that little class 3 section. So I want to get the shot of reaching the summit. Notice there's a cairn here. Very important to find this spot on the way down, because I don't think there are many paths down. The headwall cliff circles all the way around this mountain, except for the opening right here. It looks like, wow, we are on top of Fortification Hill. Let's ascend a little further. I think there's a little mound up ahead there. Maybe we circle around to that point. I don't know, but let's find out. Okay, made it on our own power all the way from Highway 93. Okay, I'll get a shot when we have more of a view, but you can see this direction now. There's a good shot of Mount Wilson again. The only landmark that I can really name at this point. 360-degree view. So let's continue on up. See where we end up and what kind of view we've got when we reach the summit area. Okay, continuing along. Yeah, you're not going to get lost up here. There's, as you can see, it's a very well maintained or traveled trail. And it looks to me like we're heading to this point up here where we should have the view. The view of all views. Okay, let's continue on. Okay, continuing along this nice little trail, and it looks like we're going up to this mound up ahead, which let's call this the summit. And we'll take a 360-degree view when we get there. Okay, approaching the summit. You can see the tip of the flag up here. So we'll take shots all the way to the summit of Fortification Hill. And wow, the view is incredible. No disappointment here. Look at this. There's Temple Bar. Well, we'll go around once just to take a silent look at the surroundings, and then we'll name some of the sights that we're seeing. This is my version of a GoPro. Hold your phone in your hand. Try to keep things steady. Wow. Let's just take a silent view of everything. Take it all in. Okay, now I'm going to try to name everything I can. Down below here is the end of Kingman Wash Road as it spills into Lake Mead. And there's the boat dock. And you look up beyond, and there's the Highway 93, I-95 bridge, the border between Arizona and Nevada. And then you can see below us, let's go back down to the end of Kingman Wash Road, right at Lake Mead, and get a high perspective. You can see Kingman Wash Road angling around through that valley ahead, and then ending at Highway 93, where we started today, where the beast is parked. So let's continue around this way. We're looking south. Let's see. I think that solar farm on I-15 to Los Angeles is right in that area. Let's continue around. Mountains that I do not know, but I do know this is the summit, and there's the flag, summit of Fortification Hill. And then continuing around, there is Mount Wilson. Pointy thing. I don't know how easy that is to summit. We may make an attempt later during the winter, or maybe early spring. And then circling around here, and you can see the Lake Mead area below us. And curiously, I would bet that we are looking down on Black Mesa. You can see the trip to the summit of Black Mesa on LasVegasAreaTrails.com, where we look in this direction. And then as you look over in this direction, and you see that red rock area. That may be the Bowl of Fire. And we'll be getting there soon. And then you can see those mountains there would be the Muddy Mountains. And we'll make an incursion into there sometime this winter. All these lowlands. And then over in this direction, we would be looking toward Valley of Fire State Park. And actually, it's probably on the other side of the Muddy Mountains. Then continuing around, there's Gas Peak right in the center, and you look to the right of Gas Peak and you're looking at the Sheep Range. Okay, we continue around and you're looking straight over to Frenchman Mountain. And then straight across there in the distance, you're looking at the Mount Charleston Wilderness. If you look carefully, you can see on the right side of that high mountainous area is Griffith Peak. Charleston Peak is in the middle. Mummy Mountain is on the right. And well, there we have in the valley in front, we're looking at the Las Vegas Strip. And again, I'm not able to see a lot of this because of the glare on the phone screen, but yeah, that won't be true of the video. Then we're looking straight over to Red Rock Park area and the Rainbow Mountains. And then the high point over here would be Potosi Mountain. And then we are back at the I-11 Highway 93 bridge where we started. And Hoover Dam, pretty much at the base of that bridge. Let's see if we can get a shot of Hoover Dam. Yeah, there's Hoover Dam right down there. If you've been there, you can recognize some of the pathways there and where tourists go to get a tour of the dam. So there you have it. There's all the viewpoints that I recognize, and I'm sure there is a lot more, but that's good for now. Okay, Fortification Hill Summit. Back at the Beast, about 7 hours and 15 minutes round trip up to Fortification Hill. And now we're heading back home. Only took 2 hours to get back from the top of Fortification Hill all the way back to the Beast. It took 4.5 hours to get up. And then I messed around a whole lot taking videos. Anyway, that's the end of the adventure. What an awesome time.